In this video, I'm going to be giving you a comprehensive breakdown of the Yelp dashboard, teach you how to set up and optimize your Yelp profile to maximize conversions, run through the entire step-by-step process to help you launch your first search campaign, and show you the difference in capabilities between a regular Yelp business profile versus one managed by a Yelp partner. And as an added bonus, I'll be bringing on a business owner with over 10 years of experience running Yelp ads to give you his unbiased opinion and best practices.
They have made me so awfully angry over the years that I've turned off Yelp advertising completely. One thing you cannot do is stop using Yelp.
Feel free to jump around in the timestamps below. Time is finite, so let's jump straight into it. First and foremost, let's address the elephant in the room and understand that Yelp is one big upsell. The first thing you'll notice when you dive into the dashboard, it's that half of the menu is add-ons, and these add-ons are not cheap. According to Yelp, these options serve the purpose of restricting competitor ads and enhancing your business profile for those who pay. Yelp has a bundle package for an average of $6 a day or $180 a month, which can run a whopping $2,160 per year, assuming you run your campaign year-round. Now, there is a workaround this, which I'll explain later in the video. With that being said, as a business owner, one needs to capitalize on all forms of lead generation, and a Yelp is no different to me than Google Ads or Bing Ads, which all have big flaws. Yes, I'm talking about bots and spammers, which these platforms have no problem charging you for those leads. And believe me, I understand the pros and cons of running Yelp ads. I totally understand the horror stories, and I also understand that Yelp is not for every industry. But there are many industries where Yelp is still very much relevant, such as the home service industry, which I'll be using for this example today. Now, I'm going to be breaking down the dashboard components, followed by a step-by-step walkthrough of your profile setup and optimization, as well as run through the entire process of launching a Yelp ads search campaign. In the top navigation, you have your profile setup, which we'll get into shortly, your inbox, which you can also access in the side menu, your Yelp notifications to help you keep track of incoming leads, and your account settings, which are all pretty much self-explanatory. Now, moving on to the side navigation. The Home tab serves to give you a brief performance summary. It covers metrics such as reminders, surveys, impressions, page visits, as well as leads. It also covers things like competitor comparisons, trending search terms, and has a customer heat map. Page upgrades. Now, the page upgrade, or what is referred to as your enhanced profile, allows you to showcase your logo, remove competitor ads, have a custom call to action, display your verified license, and showcase business highlights, portfolio, as well as a media slideshow. Here is what a regular Yelp business profile looks like in comparison to one that is upgraded. Yelp Connect. Now, Yelp Connect is a paid feature that allows businesses to share updates and news on their Yelp business page. You can think of Yelp Connect as like a Facebook Stories or a Instagram Stories, but for Yelp. Logo, also very self-explanatory. Business highlights. This allows you to choose from over 30 highlights to showcase what makes your business stand out. Like if you offer free estimates or 24-hour emergency services, this is something I would want to include as a business highlight. Portfolio. Now, the portfolio is my favorite add-on. I believe showcasing your level of work not only instills credibility, but also makes your ad look great. Check out these examples here. If you have a new business profile or have multiple locations, we recommend creating a portfolio of your different review platforms, or in our case, a portfolio for every service that we offer. For this example, we used Canva to design our cover images, and it really made our ad pop and stand out from the competition. If you're wondering about media specs, we'll cover that later on in the video. License verification. This is just another credibility marker to give your prospective customers a little bit more confidence and trust in your business. Call to action, pretty self-explanatory, allows you to customize your call to action. We recommend adding a promotion or boasting about your 5-star reviews. Reviews. Now the reviews is also very straightforward. It allows you to filter through all your reviews and respond to them accordingly. Reputation management is huge on Yelp. We recommend you really put some time and effort into maintaining reviews or responding to them accordingly. Photos and videos. Now, photos and videos don't necessarily have dimension requirements, but they do have some specs and best practices, especially in relation to the ad itself, which uses your images and video content. You can find a link in the description to all the media specs. Inbox. Now the inbox is very important if you have the request a quote feature enabled. It allows you to review and respond to leads you receive from Yelp's request a quote feature. Keeping track of your leads and response time is a pain in the ass. Trust me, we know it, but based on our data, it's very well worth it. We recommend you have a dedicated team that can keep a tight response time, as the request a quote feature is governed by an algorithm. You can also deactivate this feature under the settings tab. Community questions. What is this? The community questions tab is essentially a list of your customer answered questions. Potential customers ask questions and business owners or community members can essentially answer them. I'll save you some time. Most of these are price related. Deals and gift certificates. These are prepaid vouchers that can be purchased directly from the Yelp business page, and then customers can redeem later for a merchant's product or services. Let's just say you have a restaurant, you put on a voucher, people can go on there and then redeem that plate for a discount. It's somewhere along those lines. Billing, very self-explanatory, not something I'm gonna cover today. Now your business information is directly tied to the set up your profile feature, which you can access in the upper right-hand corner next to your profile icon. For this example, we'll set up your profile, then jump back into the business information profile tab to further optimize. Set up your profile. Let's start with business hours. Here we'll add in our hours of operation. For this example, we'll use 24 hours. Moving on to categories and services. Here you'll want to add service categories that you essentially want to show up for. Think of these as service keywords that you'll want to rank for. Specialties. This is just another way of saying business description. I recommend using ChatGPT to spice it up a little bit. Service area. Now your service area allows you to target up to 6 target areas. Keep in mind, this is what Yelp uses as part of its request a quote feature, which we'll touch upon later in the video. Photos, pretty simple. Add in some photos to give your company some aesthetics and showcase your brand. And finally, clock in your phone number to receive a link to download the mobile app if you so choose to. Business information. We'll start with business info. This gives you an overview of your location, address, phone number, website, and service area. Remember, this is the service area that's tied into your request a quote feature, not your ad. Categories and services. If you want to add or remove services, you can do so here. Photos and videos, add more photos and videos, which we highly recommend you do on a consistent basis. Amenities. Add amenities if you offer things such as payment options or reservations. Hours of operation. Here you can change your hours if you don't want to change them. Special hours. Add some special hours of operation for things like holidays or special events. From the business. From the business section, this is where you can tweak your business description, add your history or founding story, and add a bit of information about the owner. And finally, you can add your license or credentials if you have not already done so. Now, moving on to Yelp Ads. Depending on your dashboard, the process might be slightly different, but overall, it's pretty straightforward with the exception of the Locations tab, which I'll get into shortly. Keywords. Here you want to choose keywords that you want your business to show up for. Once you have your ad set up, you can also add negative keywords or boost certain keywords as well, albeit at a higher cost to your PPC budget. Moving on to goals. For your goals, don't let Yelp optimize. It's pretty simple. Do you want phone calls or do you want to drive leads to your website? That is all. Photo. For your ad photo, I highly recommend a picture of your team. Unless you're a restaurant, then I would most likely want to see a delicious meal. Text. Here you want to input your ad copy. For this example, we use ChatGPT to give us several ad copy variations and then pick the best one. Budget. Finally, you have your daily budget followed by your billing. All pretty much self-explanatory. How much can you afford for the month? And then they're gonna ask for your billing information. The Locations tab. Now here's where things get a bit tricky, and I'm gonna give you guys a huge tip. Your ad's target location is separate from your service area. Let me explain. Who your ad gets shown to is known as your target locations. This allows for up to 25 unique areas of service. We highly recommend choosing your best zip codes. Obviously, this is done by design because you don't want your ad showing up in the wrong area of service, which will only lead to bad reviews. Now, your service area is much different and only allows for up to 6 target locations. Now, your service area is part of Yelp's Request a Quote feature, which uses the service area, the 6, to connect you to potential clients, not the target locations, the 25, which is exclusively tied to your ads. I hope this makes a lot of sense and gives you some much needed clarity. This feature is optional and can be toggled on or off, but it's highly recommended to maximize on your leads. Request a Quote is governed by an algorithm that has the potential to rank your ad higher using metrics such as positive reviews, response times, and of course, content. I see this all the time where people choose their target locations but forget to set their area of service, assuming they are one in the same. So what is the difference between a regular Yelp business profile versus one managed by a Yelp partner agency? In the description below, you'll find a link to our webpage outlining a detailed comparison between operating a regular Yelp business profile versus one managed by a Yelp partner agency. But to make it simple, we've narrowed down the 3 main benefits. Benefit number 1, custom reporting. With custom reporting, you gain access to unique reports which are unavailable to regular accounts. Benefit number 2, custom insights. Yelp partners have access to metrics such as keyword analytics, competitor benchmarks, and the ability to implement UTM link tracking if you want to hawk your conversions, which I highly recommend you do. Benefit number 3, discounted pricing. The biggest and main benefit of partnering with a Yelp partner is that it's free and comes at no additional cost to you while giving you complimentary benefits such as enhanced profile and monthly promos. As mentioned in the beginning of the video, the upgrade package can run a huge cost, upward of $180 a month, which you can potentially get for free. So what the hell would incentivize an agency to want to take all that time to optimize and manage a company's Yelp account? The simple answer is rebates. Yelp partners get a small kickback depending on ad spent for taking the time to manage the account. Well, why the hell would Yelp want to pay an agency to manage someone's account for free? Simple. Yelp understands that business owners are busy running their business and it's in their best interest to have experts manage their account. This ensures profiles are super optimized, maintaining a high rating, and most importantly, keep advertising with Yelp. We see this all the time where great businesses don't manage their profiles properly or just don't have the time to do so, and the rating and profile goes to shit. So now that we've covered the difference in profile management, and as promised, I've brought on expert plumber Benjamin Vance, owner of Rescue Plumbing, who has over 10 years of experience running Yelp ads for multiple companies, to give you his unbiased opinion as well as some tips and tricks for navigating the platform.
I would like to say I have been in a love and hate relationship with Yelp for a very, very long time. They have made me so awfully angry over the years that I've turned off Yelp advertising completely. I've done that a couple times, but not indefinitely. I haven't turned it all off. I will not do that. What will happen is this. I run a hard return on investment audit on my Yelp campaigns to see if Yelp is truly producing those good paying leads for us. That's what I want to know. After the audit, I figure out that Yelp is not giving us hardly any paying customers at all. Just a bunch of spam calls from foreigners saying, your website is not optimized. It's not ranking on Google. We're from Google. I figured out that they charge me for all those advertisers calling me to tell me I'm not ranking. Then what I do is I turn off all of the Yelp advertising. I then take my advertising dollars to another platform that's giving me real paying customers that I discovered with my audit. I will then run another audit on that platform at a later time. And if that platform is not doing well, I move the money to another platform and then another. And when I've exhausted all the platforms, I'll give Yelp another try. There will always be an endless search for leads. That is the game of advertising. One thing you cannot do is stop using Yelp. You can't stop using it. They're good. You can't ever close any advertising opportunity because each advertising opportunity is precious for your company. Every business owner should at least have their Yelp business profile. It's free. You can sign up. Also, every business owner should have their Yelp pages optimized to receive the best price for your leads from Yelp. If you don't optimize correctly with keywords, they charge you more for the lead, just like in Google Ads leads. Now, that's the biggest thing, running audits. You should also be running audits on Yelp, on Google, on Nextdoor, on Facebook. You need to be running audits monthly because these advertisers are charging more for the leads. So every month you need to run audits to see where you're spending the money, and you got to move that money somewhere else if it's not performing, if you're not getting your return on your investment. Keep moving your money, guys, and don't let them charge you more for leads. If you need help auditing to figure out who's charging you for things that you shouldn't be charged for in advertising, Rescue Marketing will rescue you.
Are you currently running Yelp ads? And if so, what has been your experience with Yelp? We'd love to hear your horror stories. And if you need help maintaining your Yelp account, reach out to us at rescuemarketing.co.